Alright troops, welcome back to Nero where we are as gods. This character is absurd. That's all I can say. After a whole game's worth of experience with Dante, getting back to this guy feels like I just turned on cheats. I was initially worried that I'd be rusty, but no, Nero is just an absolute monster and I love this character. And we get to jump into what I think is probably the most fun mission in the whole game, so let's get slain. For my money, the first fight is the most difficult one, since you're dealing with a lot of variables. If you're lucky, they'll group up and do the big ball attack, which you can reflect with Buster to clear them all out basically instantly. But I didn't want to wait around patiently for that to happen. Getting in the mix is a lot more fun, and there are no guarantees they'll even use the attack in the first place. Things go pretty smoothly if you obey a few basic rules. Try and stay in the air as much as possible, but not directly above them. With some luck, they'll clump up as your charge shots explode, dealing big damage, but it's not something you can reliably manipulate. I don't particularly try to take them down in a set order, just hitting whoever is the biggest threat to knock them down and keep them out of my face. Just keep this up for a while and they're donezo. Solid play is really all I can recommend here. Burial is pretty much a retread of the strat I used way back on mission 2. Give him a couple of maximum bets and some charge shots to stagger him instantly, then go to town. I bustered him marginally too late here, so I got the ground buster attack rather than the standing one, which slows the fight down quite a bit and I have to actually engage with him instead of just deleting him from the game. Still, he's a pretty easy boss thanks to the power of patience and devil trigger activation. This late buster was a theme throughout this attempt, as it never happened before, but I still ended up with some cool looking fights, so I'm not too bothered. By sticking close and staying mostly grounded, you can easily react to any attack he uses with a jump. I opt to play a more aerial game here with a bunch of jump cancels and vary my moveset a bit, because looking cool is the name of the game, let's be honest. But it's all for showmanship and not based on any strategy. If you have trouble with this boss, sticking to the ground is much easier. Devil trigger activation is always on your side and ready to go if you're in trouble, so if you're confident in your reactions there's no reason to be rigid. Have fun with it. Compared to the original run, I evolved my gameplay versus Dagon quite a lot. My first fight with him as Nero, I was quite passive and timid, but I decided to learn how to be aggressive as hell and shred him as quickly as possible this time around. Ideally, you get as much time as possible to slice away before he jumps off to the corner to stealth, but it doesn't make too much difference to the difficulty, only time taken. At the very least, if you're good with jump cancels and air combos, you get a lot of time to freely attack as he slowly fades out. When the feelers come out, Buster into level 3 charge shot into one or two more swings gets you your knockdown, and you can pull him straight out into the open and style away. When he falls over, my intent is to hit him as long as possible before doing a Buster, but once again I do it a fraction of a second too late so I don't get a grab. It doesn't make too much of a difference, but it does make me look like some kind of fake gamer. Life's tough out there, guys. Just stick to his sides from here out and there's not really much you can do. As he transitions into the last phase, you even get another free opportunity to pound away, so it's pretty much won when you reach this point. Simple. Kidnoh was generally the make or break moment for most of my attempts, but mostly due to my own laziness. I'm pretty sloppy against her second phase, but I didn't want to spend time practicing and just let it flow naturally. The strat I run is very similar to the one I used in the first fight, but because she plants herself in the ground earlier, she gets stunned while on higher HP and enters phase 2 with more health left over. Devil Trigger is an absolute godsend in this battle, because those vines that come from the ground have some weird hitboxes and they will screw you over repeatedly. It's not fun. When she's stunned, my goal is to throw out as many splits as possible. It's your most efficient move as far as damage done for time taken goes, and if you can hit max axe it's especially brutal, although I didn't get any here. As she comes out of stun, bustering her is ideal, but once again I hit it just a fraction late. I don't know what was up with me this attempt, it's so weird. Phase 2 is all patience. Jumping to the right when she fires seeds is the easiest way to avoid them. If you have meter for it, it's not an awful idea to just play it safe and use Devil Trigger. Take your time and eventually she'll give you an opportunity to do some proper damage. Level 3 charge shot and good exceed usage whittle her down pretty effectively. Here I managed to reflect one of her seeds and get a stun, but something like that's really unnecessary, just be patient. I scored a buster to finish since I was annoyed about that missed one earlier, and I guess technically it's a waste of time, but this is Devil May Cry, we're here to look good. Agnes is effectively a victory lap. I don't know why I never realised it before, but you can go absolutely crazy on this guy, and it's far, far easier than being slower passive. For phase 1, just be absolutely relentless, and if you ever get scared, mash that devil trigger button. The only thing you ever need to stop attacking for is to clear out the swords. Ideally before they're active, but the good news is that if you're attacking the swords, you're probably hitting him too. So yeah, go ham, he's a big dweeb. Also, I miscounted attacks and didn't manage to buster him after the first stun. I am really good at busters, they are my specialty. Entering into phase 2 is mostly similar to 1, but there are a couple of things you need to look out for. When he throws cutlasses out, you need to be ready to get out of dodge, as well as when he does his spinning top attack. If you're especially lucky, he won't use either of those, but he hit me with the Beyblade right at the end. Last time I made it priority to kill the fodder before fighting the main dudes, but you can hammer into this guy so fast that it's safer to just ignore any dogs or swords floating around and just tap Devil Trigger if you get into a panic situation. And that is every boss wasted, or at least the ones here. Thanks for watching guys, it was fun. See you for the finale.